Baby, welcome to the party. I'm at the money to say the lean. That's why I'm moving. That's why I'm moving. Baby, welcome to the party. I hit a boy up and then I go skate in the Rari. Baby, welcome to the party. Chamata.
Give me lit.
Hey. Gun in my head.
Gun
Hey.
where?
Copyright. Hey. Gonna get hit. Hey. But baby. Baby, don't trip. Cause we gonna be here. Doing this thing. What? Hey. Unfiltered. Episode 15? Hey.
Damn, episode 15?
We out here at episode 15.
That's
wild, isn't it?
Crazy.
That's wild, isn't it? I told you. Once we hit them double digits, once we hit the triple digits, that's when it's really gonna get to us.
That's when we're gonna like realize how far we've come.
Oh, for
but
sure.
and it's gonna go by so fast.
Oh, for sure. Like, it's already episode 15. Got a lot to work on still.
Holy.
Right?
Good for us.
Good for us. And good for you, because
for
that means you get to listen to us.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the #1 Unfiltered podcast.
In the motherfucking universe.
That's what's up.
That's what I'm saying.
We're your hosts, René.
And your boy, Duretti, Ethan Durrett,
Also
DJ
known
Durrett.
as
That guy.
that guy.
That guy.
We haven't done an intro like that in a while.
It's been a minute. Jonathan,
Oh yeah,
episode 8.
that was a clean intro.
That was a lot of
that
fun.
was also a clean intro.
That was beautiful.
We gotta get some more people on here
Yeah, we will. We will. Don't worry.
sooner than later.
Facts. I'm not concerned.
Slowly but surely.
Um,
As always, thanks for subbing. We're almost at 100. I think we might even be touching that. Who knows?
96, I think.
Something like
Last
that.
time I
So that
looked.
means there's almost 100 of you tuning in almost every week watching these videos, which is pretty huge.
That's amazing.
We appreciate
That's
every
amazing.
single one of you for listening to what we have to say. It's just wild.
Yeah, shout out to you guys. Thank you guys so much for, just being there, watching the vids, supporting us. Friends telling me at school, like, yo, the podcast, like, oh, fuck yeah.
it's
I
so
love
sick.
to hear that.
Yeah, you're in school. I was walking around the mall the other day and I saw some old friends and they were like, yeah, man, never stop. And I was like, man, I appreciate y'all.
We won't.
Never stop. And we won't. We'll keep going.
Yeah.
As long as there
Shoot for the
is an R,
stars, aim for the moon.
and then there is an E, it will keep going.
Yeah.
But as always,
Yeah.
thanks for subbing.
Yeah.
Like, comment, do all that social media shit. I ain't gotta say it.
You already know. It's all on the link down below. Just tune in.
That's what's up.
That's what I'm saying.
What's the topic today?
Hit 'em
with it. Hit him with it.
back to school, right?
Yeah. What are you thinking about?
And even just in life in general. I kind of want to talk about how you can do a million things right? You can be having a very solid career, really good person, right? Overall. And the instant you do one small mistake, the society that's all they talk about and that's all they focus. But they won't congratulate you for the hundreds of successful and positive things that you did.
Mm-hmm.
They'll only react when you've made a mistake.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I saw this video today, and like this is like the main reason I actually wanted to talk about this. And it was like a prof did 9 times 1, 9 times 2, 9 times 3, all the way up to 9 times 10. And all the answers going up to 9 times 10 were all correct. So, 9, 18, so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as he got to 9 times 10, he wrote 91 on the board. And everyone like started laughing, making fun of him. And then he was like, this is a life lesson because up until now, you guys were just agreeing with me and there was no congratulations. And then now that we got to this point where I obviously did this on purpose, and you guys are all making fun of me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that can be applied to a lot of things in life.
That is such a big social commentary. I love professors like that, man. Those are some real ass professors. The ones that make you think. Even if you're in math class, you could be doing the most boring shit and they still do things like that.
Yeah.
Then they preface it with, that was a lesson. That was a social commentary. I love it when they do that.
It's
makes
amazing.
You think.
It makes you think, and it makes you a lot more engaged in the class, and it makes you
'Cause
feel
then
like a part of something.
Yeah, then you're like, oh shit. Yeah, I was laughing at that dude. Maybe I'm messed up.
Yeah.
Right?
And I just think it's so important to like have that scope and that mentality, right? That like you need to congratulate people even for their smallest achievements,
Yeah.
and not tear people down when they have, small
Mhm.
mistakes. Be supportive, help them back up. And I also just, people look and strive to find negativity.
Yes. Oh,
Right?
absolutely.
They don't turn a second eye or think twice about someone that's doing well.
Mhm.
Because they don't want to see you do well,
No.
right? They want to see you fail. They don't want to see you succeed. They want to see you do badly.
Yeah.
So when they see you do badly, they feed off of that, right? You rarely hear strong-minded, large-minded individuals talking shit about people's failures,
Yeah.
right? You hear them talking about so-and-so did this today. I'm really proud of them. Or so-and-so did that today.
Yeah,
They
that's
did a really
such
good
that's
job.
such a big thing, even
Right?
like,
And then small-minded people, they talk shit about each other.
yeah, man. Like I my friends and I actually bring that up every now and then, especially when we're playing games and stuff. Like, we always notice like either it's like an athlete, an e-athlete, or just people who are high up on the chain, right? They're never roasting or anything like that, right? They're never like, for example, oh, you're dog shit at the game, like stop playing. Like, none of the pros do that. They just
Mhm.
play the game. If they see somebody mess up, well, they're like, that's life.
Yeah.
If they mess up, that's life. But it's when they mess up that people are like hawk-eyed.
Yeah.
You
They're
get
like, oh,
that?
you suck, dude. Like, what's wrong with you? You're garbage.
Exactly.
You're trash.
And another example of that, another thing that you could really look into is Logan Paul. That's a really controversial one because he's done a
Mhm.
lot of really morally questionable things for sure. But at the end of the day, he grew out of that. You got to realize who he was before is no longer who he is now,
Yeah.
right? And I even myself, I had some struggle admitting that, right? Because I used to hate that guy, to be honest. I was like, Logan Paul, who the hell cares?
Yeah.
Especially after all the things that he did, like the Japan thing, that was a really big thing. And then
what happened?
you didn't know about that?
I mean, maybe just refresh my mind. And for the viewers.
When he went to the suicide forest in Japan and he found the body and he filmed himself reacting to the body.
Yes, I remember
That was like super intense, and he was just being disrespectful.
They have a
overall.
suicide village.
Huh?
They have a suicide village.
A forest. Yeah, I don't know what the actual name is.
They have a forest where people are allowed to go and kill themselves.
No. They have a forest where people go to do that. Yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Probably
That's-
not the kind of a little bit metal, but
That's crazy.
straight up that's what it is.
That gives me like Stranger Things.
Yeah, it's
like-
creepy, and people like get lost in there and all that stuff, and then they don't
What?
find their way out, so they do that, right? Like that's what the original video was based off of that. If I remember correctly, that
Dude,
him going and exploring that.
I wonder if they like get lost and then they start hearing voices telling them to like.
Yeah, it's like weird, creepy stories like that, right?
Wow.
But anyways, like he just went there and did whatever he did, found the guy, super disrespectful filming, the family reached out, social media canceled him, all of that. And that's a super big, massive, like, wow, that is fucked up. Like, you fucked up.
There's like nobody that can even defend that.
You
That's like
literally cannot.
that's like.
But
so
you know
wrong.
what? Honestly, he's grown,
Mm-hmm.
right? He realized that mistake. Obviously, it's like the cliche, oh, YouTube apology, whatever. He did that, and then tried to keep going. Where you look at Jake Paul, and very also controversial guy. A lot of people still hate on him to this day. But then you don't see as much as that for Logan Paul. Like, he's become more of a respectable person, and he definitely has
Yeah.
learned from mistakes.
Yeah.
And a lot of social media has, I wouldn't say forgave him, but are now starting to see the good things that he's doing. But before even myself, I was like, why would I even give this guy the time of day?
yeah.
Right? Like, why would I even keep up with this guy after all of that?
Yeah.
Right? But the fact of the matter is that no matter how bad or how do I put it? How just like fucked up the shit that they do is, right? No matter how bad it gets, if that person chooses a different path from then on, you can't really keep hating on the person. Like, obviously they took it upon themselves to grow and learn, but people don't always see that, right? And that's where it comes back to.
Well, it's because people will always like I said, 1 in 100 good things is a bad thing, and that's the only thing that they'll focus on.
Yeah.
Right? And that's just how our minds are programmed. That's how the human brain works. It's programmed to always focus on the odd outs, right? And most of the time, there's more good than bad, right? Like usually. And like people will just zone in on that. Like every single good thing that you've ever done vanishes.
Yeah.
Right? And that's all they're thinking about.
Yeah.
And it's really sad because you could be a very successful person, extremely successful. Basketball players, athletes in general, extremely good career.
Yeah.
And then they go out and let's say like a rape allegation. Right? A false rape allegation. Like not real, false, which happens all the time.
That's true.
Might I add. To famous people because they're looking for money, right?
Oh, that's also a metal topic.
Yeah, that's also really fucked up.
Yeah.
But let's just like really quick. That allegation, right, is going to fuck them up for a while.
Oh, for sure.
Mess up their career.
Takes a hit for sure.
Even like if it's completely not true, right? Just completely just messes up with them.
Yeah.
And
because there are people like that out there. And it sucks that there are people like that.
You would actually be surprised. Like, we think, or I know, at least I do. I think about, like, do those people even exist? Like, is that even, like, real?
Yeah.
But, like, anything that you can think of exists.
Oh, for sure.
It does. Like, I don't believe that our brains could conjure something up if it wasn't real or possible. That's
true. There is a lot of things that is within the realm of possibility. Like, you can never be like, oh, that would never happen. Because it's probably happening somewhere right now as we speak type shit.
You heard Justin Bieber?
What'd he say?
Never say never.
Get out, bro. Get out. But it's true. That's messed up. That's a real...
That's a real life situation.
A real way of looking at it. Just a realist way of looking at it.
Like, they could have had, like, MVPs. They could have, like, triple doubles, 3 seasons absolutely carrying their team. Yeah. And then one thing. And they're just like, oh, cancel. Oh, that sucks.
And there's so many fake things on the internet, right? We've talked about it before. Like, the internet is such a bandwagon kind of hysteria. Did you do The Crucible in school?
No,
The Crucible? No. It's a movie with Winona Ryder.
No.
Basically, how does it go? It's something about the witch trials, right? And how the people would point out this person's a witch, then everybody would be like, burn them, right? That same mentality applies on the internet. Okay. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like
and
the
we
witch
talked
hunt.
about that, like the cancel culture,
exactly,
and like the following, right?
Exactly.
Like one person will say something and then everyone's like on it.
Exactly.
Right.
And acting like they know the person personally, which is like, come on,
dude. Literally, like today, the Queen died.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh my God. R.I.P. Long live the Queen.
Yes. But I've never seen so many posts from people just talking about it.
Like, right? Like, I mean, the Queen is a pretty big one, but at the same time, is it really that big? And it just blows up.
I understand. Like within
you understand the sentiment.
With exactly.
Yeah.
Within 30 minutes of it being announced, there was like 5 stories. Like
I saw it on like the Telegraph, TMZ,
yes,
like all of that.
Within like half. I'm like, did you guys like? This must have been already prepared like years ago. And you guys were just waiting to drop it.
You gotta think about that too. Like, how does it just like
dude,
that?
I've already seen memes. How is there already memes
like
about
is
this?
half of that shit like even true? Like,
I know.
Did you fact check that? It literally happened 5 minutes ago.
Literally.
Type thing.
I know.
You know?
It's crazy.
It's crazy when you think about it that way. It's really crazy.
It's like, where did you even...
And there are so many examples. Like, I always say this. Twitter is the worst for literally any internet behavior you can think of. Any single internet behavior you can think of. Twitter will be guilty for it. 100% through and through. Right? Like, there's so many examples of celebrities. Obviously, my brain is blanking out now, so I can't point them out. But celebrities that said some stupid thing. Let's say James Gunn. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I remember when that
Yeah.
happened.
And, you know, dude's movies are great, honestly. I love every single one of them. Pretty good. And then people go back into the timeline and bring up a random event from however many years ago. It's like,
Yeah. Dude,
you got to think.
You see that all the time.
You got to think, you got to be cautious what you post on the internet, too. Like, it's a digital footprint for sure. Right? Like, in James Gunn's case, I forget if he said something racist or something stupid like that.
Like the same thing with Justin Trudeau when they like brought black or
the blackface.
The blackface.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
I'm not defending the guy.
Oh no, like
obviously that was fucked up. But the thing is, the time in which he did it was not the same time as right now. Right? Back then, that was acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
Today, it's
I wouldn't
not
say
acceptable
through and through, but people definitely didn't look at it in the way that we do now.
Exactly. People probably joked with him like, haha, what the fuck?
Yeah,
and
like,
nowadays
come on,
like,
dude, that's messed up, haha. And now it's like, dude, that's messed up.
Yes.
You get the different intonation.
And we've watched the world completely turn around in the last 10 years.
100%.
Right? Like, so many things are just not acceptable. They'll get canceled. You can't open your mouth. Right? You simply can't. And that's what Unfiltered stands for, by the way.
Oh yeah, we just say things how they are.
We just say how they are.
Like sometimes I'm like, whoa, because it's the internet. But at the same time, like it's not like I don't want to say I don't care because I don't want to get it taken out of context.
But we're not gonna fake who we are.
Yeah, we're not gonna be filtered. We had this discussion the other day with someone.
Like I just said, I don't agree with what he did, but it was a completely different time.
You gotta
and
think.
Bringing something back from like the beginning of the year 2000.
Yeah, like you gotta think objectively about it. Like, there's a lot of things that are just like black and white, right? Like obviously that's wrong, right? And they shouldn't have ever said it. But then now that people are getting educated, people know these things, right? They're changing.
Yeah.
So no one is the same person they were. I'm not even the same person I was a month ago.
You remember in like grade 9 and grade 10?
Yeah.
The N-word used to just fly.
Oh, yeah.
Like, bro, that shit was
everybody,
just
everybody, the edgiest shit ever.
Dude.
Anyone would say it. And
everywhere. I'm
like,
bro,
what?
Group chats.
Oh.
In person.
Oh, and I didn't care. That was the crazy part. Right?
Yeah.
Not like now it's like, oh, like.
It's different now.
Right? It's different.
It's a lot different now.
But, and that's obviously because we got older and shit like that. But.
Well, like those kind of slurs hold the like deep meaning.
Oh yeah, like there's just those things, right? Super controversial episode, but there are those things that just exist, you know, and you can't really, like I said, you don't really even know the person. So to go back in time, however many years, because again the internet's been around for a while now, and grabbing some random thing and taking it out of context is another thing too, because so many people forge shit. Right? They just take something, put it out of context, and all of a sudden everybody is hounding on that person, no matter how many W's they might have done.
Like, fuck you did that 20 years ago.
No matter how many fundraisers, like all of that shit. But it boils down to the point where you still don't know the person, right? You can't just say, oh, this guy's a racist, or oh, this guy's homophobic, or shit like that, right? Yeah. Like I want to say in most cases, okay, there is some truth to those statements, right? Because obviously, why would you say that in the first place? But at the other end of the chain of the stick, right? It was a totally different time. Social norms and what's acceptable changes constantly. Dude,
it changes like every couple years.
I'd say every year, every few months.
Yeah.
Every few months. I feel like every few months there's a new thing that
it's just like fashion, right?
Right?
There's always trends. There's always things that everyone wants to hop on. Everyone wants to be very similar. It's the same thing with societal norms, right?
I wouldn't even...
Like, it was so fucking wrong to be gay.
Oh, yeah.
It was wrong to be black. Like, those are things you can't even control.
And they're flipped now, right?
And now it's, like, so flipped.
Like, crazy. And
it's insane. And it's not insane. It's really good, right?
Don't take that out of context.
Changed for the better, right? But it's insane to think about how much just changed over, like, 20 years.
It's ridiculous.
Like,
so much.
It's insane.
So much goes into that train of thought, man, because it's constantly changing. I wouldn't even be surprised if someone tried to cancel us over the shit that we say now in these first 15 episodes, like when we're on episode like 200.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
They're probably going to go back and it's probably going to be some random word or something that isn't acceptable anymore, and they're going to try and cancel us for it.
Yeah.
You know, and I've said a lot of fucked up shit too. I've said a lot of everyone has.
Well, I mean, I used to drop it, bro.
Yeah.
Like we all did.
Yeah, everybody used to say some kind of slur or some kind of word that was acceptable at the time, and now it's kind of just like whatever. Like think about Niga Higa. Questionable name in the first place, right? Niga Higa. You're kind of just like, huh?
Asian ass motherfucker too, bro.
Right? Like what? And then bro's out here dropping the N-word, dropping the F-bombs.
That's like Eminem saying the N-word.
And we were kids watching this shit, and we were laughing our asses off. But the guy isn't racist.
No.
The guy isn't homophobic, or maybe he is and is just not to light yet, or I don't care enough to find out.
I want to know where his name stemmed from.
I'm sure he has to have an episode on that somewhere.
Probably.
Or a YouTube video on that.
I know that he had a huge amount of hate.
For the name.
Yeah.
I remember that too.
But his videos and his content was just unmatched. Like he
so
was
good.
He was him.
One of the pioneers of YouTube.
Yes.
One of the pioneers. Look at PewDiePie. Look at PewDiePie. I love that guy, honestly. I don't know if he's actually racist or not. Who knows? I'd love to sit down and have a conversation with him one day. Hopefully.
He's like, I hate you, motherfucker.
Talking me in front of the camera. Oh yeah, man, I really like what you guys are doing. After, get the fuck. I love the dude. And what was it? He was playing PUBG. He was on a bridge. Dropped the N-word. Got canceled immediately by like every single social media platform.
When was this?
After this was like in what was this? 2017, 2016, somewhere in the teen years of the 2000s. Yeah, crazy, innit? And you know what? I still love the dude. I still watch his content every now and then, rarely, but I watch it still. And I don't know. I can't really say he's a bad person. I don't know the guy. I don't even know the guy, and his content's good. The things that he does is seemingly good.
Yeah.
You know, all of those things. So, again, it just goes to show, like, one person fucks up once, and boom,
and
a shitstorm.
It completely unvalidates everything that they've done to date.
Everything.
That's like this. Like it's just.
Okay, hot take. This is going to be extremely, extremely bad. Hot take.
How hot?
Like Hitler. Okay?
Okay, go.
Hot take.
Okay, go.
I was having this discussion with someone the other day.
Bro, that's hot.
That's hot. That's hot. I was having this discussion with someone the other day, right? And they're telling me about something about Hitler and the Olympics. Obviously, when you bring up
I've heard about
Hitler,
this.
when you bring up Hitler and you bring up World War II,
The room goes quiet.
Obviously those things objectively are horrible. I'm not even going to say messed up, bad, horrible, terrible.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like that guy should not have been real. But at the same time, you got to look at the good things that he did. Right? Because he did do some good things. People talk about the Olympics.
You know what's
right?
like fucked is that I agree with you.
Right? Like it's when you look at it an objective standpoint, right? And I guess you can't really say that because everything's an objective standpoint. Like objectively, the dude's bad, but objectively, he still did some good things.
I was at a friend's house.
Yeah.
And his dad was like looking through like Hitler's art.
Yeah.
And like he was an amazing artist, like
right?
Painter. He was very talented. And he's also a marketing genius, right? He's
the propaganda and all that.
Very smart.
You sit there.
If he was fighting for the right side.
Well, if there wasn't fighting in the first place.
Everyone would have loved him.
Right? Like, if he wasn't messed up, you know, he would have been an interesting, was he good
messed
person.
Up, though?
Well, yeah, obviously.
Or was that what he thought to have been normal and good?
Well, that's okay. Okay, calm down. That's... no, this episode is going, woo!
That's a hot take.
That's what we do at Unfiltered.
That's a hot take.
But... they talk about the Olympics, right? And I think held on in Berlin or something while World War II was happening.
Yeah.
and there was this black guy. I forgot what sport it was and all that. Just a conversation that happened the other day. But then he brought that up, and I sat there and I was like, I never thought about that, right? Because if Hitler never did that, right, then things would be way different.
What do you did?
Let the guy compete or something.
The black guy.
The black guy. Yeah. It was something to do with that loosely. I'm probably going to get bit in the ass for this later, but right? Like when you think about that, what can you realistically say? You're going to say no? No, you can't say no. Objectively, that happened and that was a result, right? Cause effect.
Yeah.
You got to think about it that way.
Do you remember what the fuck's that movie called? Action Réaction? Did you ever watch?
Yeah.
Did you ever watch that movie?
Yeah.
It's like Action Réaction. Do you remember that?
That wasn't a movie, that was a show.
No, that was a movie.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we watched it in high school.
I think I know what you're talking about.
I can't remember what movie it was, but yeah.
Anyway, action, reaction, action, réaction. Do the math. English, French, same shit.
It's the exact same thing.
Yeah. But that's all it is, really. But people really have to sit down and analyze these things.
Yeah.
Because especially now in this day and age, people are so quick to judge like this. Like,
quick to judge and quick to post, bro.
mm-hmm.
Like, so quick to post, bro.
Like, we could even get on Andrew Tate again. Like, dude obviously says some messed up shit. But then he also says some things that are very truthful. Right?
Dude, if you looked up Queen right now, the amount of results that would come up, and what if she actually wasn't dead?
Right? What if some dude was just like, oh, the Queen died?
Yeah.
It was like, psych.
Exactly. And the amount of shit that's just like...
That dude would definitely get arrested instantaneously for sure. But the fact of the matter is people are quick to judge. People are quick to decide. People
are quick not due to themselves always, but due to the decisions from their peers.
Yeah, like people think they're the jury, bro.
Yeah.
Like you're not the courtroom.
You're not him.
Right? You're not that guy. So chill out, take a step back and think about it before you say something. You get it? 'Cause you get me.
You get me?
'Cause everybody's out there hounding people for one small mistake or maybe something they said years ago, but then they, like you said earlier, that completely invalidates everything that they've done to that point.
But it does to like the wrong people.
Mm-hmm.
There's some people, right? The positive people that are like, guys, like relax. Like we all make mistakes, chill. Great person, great guy.
Mm-hmm.
To a certain degree, right? You can defend that person.
Yeah.
There's some things that are like fucked, right?
Yeah, like I said,
murdering or like just shit like that.
Yeah.
Like that obviously.
So it's like things that are blatantly like if you pull up the intention years ago. Oh, here's another. I could think about these all day. This is why everybody says messed up shit. Keemstar, drama alert guy.
Yeah.
Well, drama alert nation. I'm your host. That guy.
Keemstar.
Let's get right. Yeah, that guy.
Right.
Remember the N-word clip?
No.
Alex is a stupid fucking. You remember that? Yeah.
It's on God.
On God.
White motherfucker.
And dude is out there making his content to this day. He has a Snapchat story. He's on Instagram. He's on YouTube. He's doing his thing. And he said that years ago. That's another good thing to think about is why isn't he still canceled now?
Fucking. Because people like the instant rush of like
the bandwagon,
making fun of people,
bro.
And then it's
bandwagon.
And then it's like, oh yeah, no, that's cool.
They forget about it the next week.
Yeah.
Like it also seems like the hate.
Dude, no one's gonna be talking about the Queen next week.
Oh yeah, it always seems like the hate, or even the most relevant thing, becomes so irrelevant after even a week's
Bro,
time.
Shorty will post "Rip the Queen" with like crying emojis, and I'll be like, I'll see her in person. I'll be like, hey, how's it going? She's like, oh, I'm really good. How are you? Like what?
like your mom died or something. Like,
yeah.
Come on, bro.
That's dude. It's
you don't even know the Queen.
That's crazy.
I don't know the Queen.
None
no one knows the queen except the royal family.
Nobody knows the Queen.
You know what I'm saying?
Nobody knows the Queen.
It is like
it's sad for our nation.
Yeah, you gotta understand the sentiment behind it. Like
but
obviously it's not F the Queen. Like I'm not about that.
Yeah.
Right.
But like further than that, it's like, all right.
Yeah.
This was inevitable. We all knew that she was gonna die.
Well, I mean,
She's
she was
fucking 96, and she's a human being.
Yeah.
Like, what did you?
I
just
would have
expect
loved
her
to
live
see.
forever.
I would have loved to see the Queen live a century. That would have been pretty cool. Like, imagine talking about that in the
Could you
history
imagine
books.
like the special edition $100 bills?
You're going to hell. You're going to hell, boy. Oh. Yo, take a minute. Let me take a minute. That was deep. That was deep. If there's an episode we're gonna get canceled for the future, it's gonna be this one. It's gonna be this one. Oh my gosh. But yeah, look, people are so like this,
dude. It's fucking wild.
But there's also the aspect of being uncancelable. I love that thought. I don't think
You can be canceled unless you allow yourself to get canceled.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Who's some bad motherfucker out there who doesn't get canceled? Andrew Tate didn't get canceled for the longest time. It took social media to literally take him off the platforms
True.
to actually that's actually canceled.
Yeah.
Right? Like the actual people that run the websites and things. So you're like, okay, you're done. You're done. Right?
You're done.
You're done.
The funny thing is though, his videos are still
circulating.
Yeah. Because
Like-
he still has the Hustle University going.
Oh my God! Don't even get me started on that, yo. If you guys are in the Hustlers University, right?
Shout out to you.
No. Click off this video right now. Out. Get off Spotify. Undownload our shit. Ignore that we exist. I don't want everyone to see you or talk to you.
I love Andrew Tate.
But people that are uncanceled, like I think, like if you don't care, like again, if you did something messed up, obviously you kind of deserve it.
I feel like OGs are uncancelable.
Mm-hmm.
Like OG rappers, OG.
Oh, think about that. Listen to NWA.
Listen to fucking Tupac.
Listen to
like Biggie, bro. Like they
oh
talk about
my
like,
God.
oh, I'm gonna shoot that motherfucker up.
They talk about
Like
they talk about taking shit and being with girls forcefully and all that shit all the time. That's like a bar, and people were like, "Oh, that's so hard, bro."
like, shit, you
Oh,
fucked her without consent.
oh,
Hey,
wow.
that's dope, bro.
Like what?
That's fucked up.
That's messed up.
That's fucked
But
up.
people were still behind it.
Oh, bro.
I listen to Biggie to this day.
Dude, it was just popular.
I listen
culture.
to NWA all the time.
It's crazy.
Right.
That stuff's crazy. And those people are not canceled.
Right? And you can think
Those people are printed on
you
t-shirts.
you could think maybe they even did those things, right? Like why talking about it in a song if you didn't actually do it?
Oh, they 100% did.
Like think about that.
Yeah.
Think about that. But then they're immortalized as icons and this and that. Oh,
It's
what an episode. I like this episode.
It's all the
This
press.
make me think.
It's all the press
Mm.
and it's all media, and it's just how they portray them, right? Because they
Yeah.
died, and then it was like the best rappers ever died.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then if you go anywhere now, you see T-shirts, you see hoodies.
Exactly.
It's like
And
it's
these
just,
people could have been honestly the most messed up people ever.
yeah,
Right? Like
Yeah.
think about that. But
yeah.
it's crazy that media and society decides what is acceptable.
They
and what
dictate it
isn't.
all.
Yeah.
Like they are literally the hand that
Mhm.
hover.
Literally the puppet master,
Oh,
bro.
they
Puppet master.
They control what we see
Mhm.
and what we think
Yeah.
and what we believe.
Encourage free thinking here on this podcast.
100% agree.
Don't be a sheep.
Free thinking, bro.
Don't be a sheep.
Go be black.
That-
sheep.
What?
Oh, that
Oh,
pause,
yo,
bro.
you're gonna be canceled for sure.
Go be a black sheep.
Go
That's
be
all
a
I'm
black
saying.
sheep. But yeah, being uncancelable in that mindset, like I said, I don't think you and I could ever be canceled just because like we're just saying things how it is, really. And I'm sure a lot of people will
Watch me get canceled.
I'm sure a lot of people will learn to appreciate that or something along those lines, right?
Yeah.
But we don't mean anything with ill intent, right? The other day,
Honestly, everything we say and we speak is what we are educated
Yeah.
to at this point.
Yeah, exactly, right? And if a few years, like, I'm super open-minded. Like, if in a few years
My
something,
mentality changes all the time.
if something isn't acceptable anymore, okay, then my bad. I said that back in the day. I fucked up. My fault.
Not
What-
necessarily that you fucked up, because this was acceptable right now.
Exactly.
So like it was okay.
Lizzo, this is a recent one. Lizzo said spaz in her song or something like that.
Okay.
And apparently that's a slur now.
Spaz.
Yeah, like to spaz out.
What's wrong with that?
Spazzing out, like when I forget what, like mental disorder or something. It's something along those lines. But to say that is offensive now.
Bruh.
Same thing with like the retarded,
Yeah, you can't say
right?
that.
Things like that.
The R word.
It's in the same realm as spaz. It's basically the same thing, right?
Interesting. I personally do
And-
not group
and
those
that's-
two words together.
And that's like, okay, maybe they're not correlated, but anyway, things like that, right, are offensive now. And I didn't even know that. Back in the day, I used to say that like when I was like 10. I
And
was,
I
I
did
was
not.
throwing that out there
I didn't even know that today.
without
that
a
spaz was so
without
bad.
a doubt in my mind.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that the R word was bad until someone corrected me.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Yo, like, why'd you say that? Like,
Mm.
that's so offensive. Like, my mom has a sister that has a girlfriend that has a boyfriend that has a dog that has a sister, and
Ugh.
she's special."
There's a lot
I'd
of
be like,
things
I'm
about
really
people.
like, I didn't mean it. Like
people being
that.
sensitive now too.
Yeah,
man.
but like, that's a really hard topic to talk about
It is
because you will get canceled.
oh, for sure. That's
You'll be like, "You soft ass motherfucker." They'll be like, "Guess what, bitch?
canceled. Canceled. we
Left, right, center, behind your bitch ass. Better sleep with six
we
eyes
should
open."
just title this episode "We're Gonna Get Canceled."
Cancel culture.
Cancel culture. That's a good one. I like "We're Gonna Get Canceled" though. Cancel us, don't cancel us.
That's a terrible title.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Man, this episode got me going. That was good.
That was a good
shit.
episode.
That was good shit. Don't cancel us.
Love you all. Thank you.
God, there's so much to say.
I gotta go get a passport.
Unfiltered.